It's a long road from launching a startup to running a successful organization. Getting from the moment you realize your brilliant idea to the day that you are a successful and fully operating business, it takes a lot of time, dedication, and strategy. So in this video, what are we going to talk about? Well, I'm going to walk you through what that journey looks like and the best practices that I think you need to be mindful of from day one in order to reach your goals. I'm Andy Contaguglia. I'm the owner and the founder of the Contaguglia Law Firm here in Denver, Colorado. I counsel and I advise small to medium-sized business owners and online influencers to help them gain legal advantages and protection by providing original, success-focused strategies and legal know-how. All right, so let's sit down for some coffee, bagels, and legal to talk about your best practices that can help you continue to level up your business as you launch and you grow to success. All right, so let's get down to business. Developing a business plan. They say that by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. And that's certainly the truth when it comes to building a business. All right, walking into the launch of your business with a clearly defined plan will not only strengthen your vision for what you want to build, but it will also act as your safeguard as you start to make decisions down the line. If you start to deviate from your path, you can always revert back to the business plan and course correct before you fall off track. I recently made another video about building the perfect business plan. So if you want more information on what you should include in a comprehensive plan, I recommend that you click this link. So either way, don't skip this part. It will either set the tone for your business success and it will get you started. Selecting a legal structure. How are you going to structure your company? Right? Good question. Are you going to move forward as a corporation? Maybe an LLC is right for you? Well, whatever it is that you decide, the legal structure of your business is going to impact multiple facets of how you operate. Everything from how your business is managed, how you pay taxes, how you can finance your company, all of this will be predetermined by the organizational structure that you decide to run with. Liability should also play a big role in your decision because depending on the structure that you choose, you as the owner of the company, you could lose personal property and personal assets as a result of an unfavorable lawsuit if your company cannot cover the full financial burden. So there are so many ways that you can structure your organization, and it's important to you to understand the ins and the outs of each option. So whether it's an LLC, a corporation, sole proprietorship, or partnership, make sure to fully educate yourself on each option and how it relates to your business. Also seek out a legal professional like me who has experience with each structure so we can point you out in the right direction. Financing your business. Starting up a business is oftentimes an expensive endeavor, and you need to know how to plan on financing it. Do you have a plan for how you want to pay for it? Well, if you don't, you do have a few options. You could seek out investors to raise capital in exchange for equity shares in your company, or you could take out a business loan, use a line of credit, borrow money, all right, some capacity, pay it back once you get your business taken off. All right, so think about whether you're okay with sharing ownership with investors. If so, equity planning may be your best bet. If you're not so keen on sharing or have other obstacles standing in your way, well, you should also consider debt financing instead. So whatever you decide to land on, make sure that you understand the risks associated with each route in the event that your business doesn't make it. So hopefully that is not you. All right, we don't want that to happen, but you need to be smart and you need to hedge your risks against the odds that roughly 50% of businesses fail by their 5th year. All right, so don't let this be you, and be prepared that even if it is, the decision you made at the launch of your company doesn't come back to haunt you later on down the line. Selecting a business name. One of the most exciting parts of starting a business is selecting and figuring out the perfect business name. All right, in addition to your name being creative and catchy, you should also make sure that your name is legally compliant. So consider doing a search on the name to make sure that no other companies have already claimed it. Now, once you're in the clear, make sure that you legally protect your name to avoid trademark and copyright issues down the line. Choosing a business location. Now, if you're going to have an actual physical location for your business, there are a few things that you need to be mindful of as you go about choosing your business location. How close are you to your customers? What is your proximity to suppliers and distributors? All right, being close or relatively close to the people you do business with will also help you in things like shipping costs, relationship building, and also ease of communication with your clients and your customers. All right, you should also consider any specific requirements for your business and even zoning issues that could come up when you're selecting your office space. All right, the last thing, think about whether you're able to purchase the real estate you operate in for your business, or if you're going to be leasing property, your office, your equipment. All right, every one of these transactions will take legal support to make sure that your company is legally protected. When it comes down to recruiting, hiring, and firing of employees, how you go about your human resource efforts can often be your company's most vulnerable component. Make sure you are familiar with U.S. and your state and local labor laws and the protections that your employees have as you go through each phase of the hiring and employment process. As you find new recruits, you need to become crystal clear on their role with your company. Are these individuals going to be W-2 employees, or are they going to be independent contractors? Each of these has a distinct legal connotation. You have confidential information that the employee would see if they joined your team. Right? All of these factors should go into your employment agreement to make sure that your company is legally protected. The last thing you want to do is have your confidential information or your trade secrets leaked because you didn't properly protect them. Obtaining business licenses and permits. You're not a legal operation until you have all of your necessary licenses and permits. Take your EIN, for example, an employer identification number. This is what the IRS needs to identify your business when you file taxes or apply for any type of license or permit. You should also check in with your state Department of Regulatory Agency, or DORA, to ensure that you're operating lawfully and you have all the necessary industry-specific business licenses in order to operate. Your relationships with suppliers, distributors, and logistics and customers. Your relationships with suppliers, distributors, logistics, and customers, every one of these creates a legal relationship. And every one of these business relationships that you encounter requires a comprehensive contract to protect you and your company. So even if it's your best friend who you're getting into business with, you need a contract. All right, things always start off with daisies and ponies, but hey, there are so many business relationships that break down, leaving business owners vulnerable because they were doing business based on a poorly written contract, or unfortunately, even a handshake deal. We recently made another video that discusses the value of a contract and what it brings to the table. All right, I'll put that link right here, so just in case it's helpful to you, you can take a look at it. All right, so keep this in the back of your head from the moment you launch your business until the end of time. All right, operate on written contracts, not verbal agreements. Protecting intellectual property. When it comes to protecting your assets, listen, it's a no-brainer when it comes to real estate or high-value equipment. But most business owners often overlook the value of protecting your intellectual property within your organization. All right, it's easy to protect it outside, but from inside, right, your proprietary conduct designs that need to be patented to the unique logo that you should copyright, make sure you consider these intangible assets and your ideas and protect them as you would any other property so your competitors don't steal your glory. So if you're a business leader or an influencer who wants to ensure that you're starting your business off on the right foot, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel to keep yourself informed of the legalities behind what you need to do in order to be recognized as a legal and lawful business as you start up and as you grow to success. All right, my goal here is to share my content which will guide you in making sound business decisions and keeping your brand, operations, and your overall business protected for years to come. If these tips were helpful to you, please do me a favor, like this video, and again, click the subscribe button below. Feel free also to drop any specific topics that you'd like to know more about in the comments, and we'll see what we can do to incorporate your questions into our next video. Also, as always, if you have any specific questions on how well you're protecting your business, feel free to reach out to me directly. All right, I'm always happy to answer any questions as you launch and you grow your business to success. Again, I am Andy Contaguglia, and until next time, remember, don't skip the legal. Good luck.